Eugene Teo here, coming at you from Platinum Labs at the first Australian Arnold Classic. Joining me today is IFBB pro Ben Pakulski. Now, Ben is probably one of the hardest workers in the bodybuilding industry at the moment, not just from a competitor's aspect, from a business aspect as well. Ben, why don't you tell me a little bit about the last prep for the Arnold Classic that you've been doing?
So I ended up doing a 16-week prep. For those of you that don't know, over the last 3 years, I've actually had 2 torn triceps. Both were repaired last July. I was in braces for arm braces for almost 12 weeks. So had a lot of atrophy, wasn't able to train my upper body. At 16 weeks out, started prepping for the show. I was a lot smaller than I wanted to be. So I was growing into the show and ultimately trying to get lean at the same time. I got to 8 weeks out and I wasn't where I wanted to be physically as far as being as big as I needed to be. So I kept growing. I kept my calories really, really high. And to be honest, I've never felt so damn good in my life, man. Training just started to peak around 6 or 8 weeks out from the contest. Zero pain in my triceps, zero pain everywhere in my body, knock on wood. I feel amazing. But unfortunately, I didn't really give myself enough time to grow and be as big as I wanted to be and get shredded at the same time. So I got to 6 weeks out and I was like, shit, I got to drop the hammer and start getting lean. And I probably still needed another 2 weeks to really get in the shape that I wanted to be, maybe even as much as 3 weeks. So I got the size back that I wanted to get, or pretty close to it, but not quite as lean as I wanted to be. But yeah, no excuses at all, man. It was a timing thing. I wanted to be bigger and I wasn't. But my elbows feel perfect. My knees are perfect. My back is perfect. Everything is completely healed. And I honestly feel like a little kid again, man, because it's been 5 years or 4 years effectively since I've been able to train injury-free. So, when you're injured and going into the gym and you can't do certain exercises and everything hurts when you do it, you almost have I almost had a deterrent to training. I didn't really want to train anymore. I honestly considered retiring last year, man. I was in so much pain. I was like, you know what? I don't enjoy it anymore. I kept asking myself, why am I doing this? So having had 4 months off completely renewed my passion for training, man. I feel like a kid again, and I just want to keep going and going and going. So I'm going to compete again this year, qualify for the Olympia, do the Olympia this year, and then take some time and get married in the fall.
Fantastic. Congratulations as well on that. So tell me a little bit about training through injuries. What were some of the techniques you were using to help overcome that tricep?
Well, Eugene, I mean, you see the stuff I'm doing, it's all learning how to mechanically optimize every aspect of your body. So obviously the reason the triceps got torn was something was wrong. And this is years ago. This is 2010 that this happened. So something in my training was improper. And being such a wide, big guy, when you start coming in here and doing tricep pushdowns or skull crushers, a lot of it ends up being internal rotation and a lot of strain going through the elbow flexors and elbow extensors. So just improper form, man, and not necessarily because I didn't know what I was doing. It was more like you get to a point sometime in your training where you just got to go. And unfortunately, my body got pissed off and broke. So it's relearning movement patterns, learning things that don't hurt, or learning things that aren't going to cause further injury, like a lot of unilateral stuff, man. Being such a wide guy, like wide bone structure, a lot of exercises just don't fit me. So I can't do a lot of machines. I can't do a lot of bars. Shit, I just can't do. So, learning to adapt around that, and not just assuming like, hey, you need to do barbell curls if you want to build your biceps, or you need to do skull crushers if you want to build your triceps. Sometimes there's an adaptation about doing things that only fit me or only fit you, perhaps. Learning to optimize those exercises and still be able to build as much muscle as I need to with those ones.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, you're competing this weekend as well at the Arnold Classic Australia. What can we expect from you this weekend?
Man, who knows, so obviously when you're doing the Arnold Classic in Columbus, I stopped training the Wednesday before the show, and I didn't train at all. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, obviously no training because I was competing. Sunday I had 2 photo shoots. Monday I had 2 photo shoots. Tuesday I flew 30 hours to get here. We lost a day. Got here Thursday at 6 p.m. Did about a 45-minute workout Thursday at 6 p.m. and that's it. So in 10 days I got 1 workout in for about 45 minutes. So, man, I feel great. I'm probably not going to be big and full and hard, but maybe I will be. My nutrition's been on point, and we'll see what happens. The inflammation will certainly be down.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you for sharing that for me, and good luck on this weekend.
Thanks.
Now, if anybody just does like what you've heard just so far about Ben overcoming his injuries and exercise selection, training techniques, be sure to check out his Facebook page where he shares a lot of free information. Also, be sure to check out his entire prep. That's all videoed, isn't it? Your entire prep for this.
I think the last 6 weeks I've videoed every single workout. Myself, my trainer, my training partners, my nutritionist was part of it. We literally give you guys everything on the MI40 Nation site, which is mi40nation.com.
Fantastic, fantastic. We'll do. Make sure you do check out that if you want to learn more about Ben Pakulski and his training and dieting methods. This is Eugene Teo here at the Arnold Classic Australia from Platinum Labs.